Hi guys, nice to see you.
Nice to see
Hello.
you. Hello.
Amazing. So,
Excellent.
everyone, help me welcome our next speakers on the stage, two expert facilitators, Marie and Martin. So, in case if anyone missed, Miro recently released an AI tool in beta to help you quickly populate relevant content in your boards. And Marie and Martin tested the feature and brainstormed the ways creators might connect organic intelligence and AI for new, better, and faster ways of working. So, Marie and Martin, welcome on the stage and excited to see you here today. Please take it away.
Thank you so much,
Okay.
Natalie. That is so nice. Welcome to everyone. We are really excited to share
Bom
some really
dia.
interesting thoughts with you. Yes. First of all, join us on our board. Join us on our board. This is important because then you can follow us and our stream, and we would be happy to really create some movement and tension with you. So yeah,
Yeah.
Marie, as we said already, bom dia and moin from Hamburg.
Yeah. Welcome to this inspirational session. And we want to create with you new ways of collaboration using AI.
Yes, we have prepared some kind of a roller coaster ride for you. In the next 30 minutes, we want to share some of our ideas we have about the future of collaboration and, of course, Miro template designs using the Miro AI beta that we tested already and figured out how we can do crazy and wonderful things with it.
Yes. And we have a brown fox as inspiration that represents the tricks and the trades of design. And we would like you to join this fox spirit and to have this adaptability and intelligence to embed organic and AI together into a new creation model. Okay, let's start.
So take a seat and follow us free on this wonderful presentation board we prepared for you.
Okay, and like in all movements, we are going to take the first step together. So join us on the board. And the idea is that we flow on the board as in a streaming, okay? That represents a thought process, okay?
So show us your cursors. Are you already there? Are you ready to join our movement? Can you see this chart? Do we see already some cursors? Marie, would you be ready to join this wonderful movement today?
Yes, I am. I am on the board, but I guess we have no cursor. So we have to go to our heart and fire. So if you
Oh,
believe in organic intelligence, show us hearts. And if you believe in AI intelligence with organic intelligence, show us fire. That is the first tool humans have to use.
yes. Oh, we see it. Thank you so much. You're doing it very, very great. So you are, I'm seeing, ready to join the movement. So let's continue.
I guess organic is winning, eh? So Miro is focusing in enhancing facilitation powers, deepen human understanding, and the ability to create more agency in decision-making processes. What do you think? Will AI help me to improve how we create together? Are you still skeptical, or how? How do you feel? Fire or
Ah,
heart?
well, we see a bit of a skeptical, yeah, a bit for sure. And already, of course, you see there's something happening, right? Already
Yeah.
there is a level beyond the AI output that you can create that is already a game changer. AI is already well able to be our sparring partner, for example, and to contribute to the collaborative process, I think.
Yes, AI will challenge us in our ideas, our concepts, and the ways we create together. Let's take the double diamond framework for innovation as an example. This great model created by Bella Benatti, which clusters innovation into diamonds, where we open up and diverge and close ideas converging in phases of discovery, definition, and delivery.
Yes, AI, artificial intelligence, can be added to the thought flow, the converging, the idea generation, and the diverging, the decision-making of this creative process. It provides us with the opportunity to improve results within the collaboration, from problem discovery, meaning to deep dive even further, to problem definition, finding new non-biased examples from the group, and development to delivery as concept enhancement aid on the third element.
Yeah, and AI can be included in every step. Based on our journey, we can boost the flow of creativity.
For example, we can boost the flow by smoothing some pain points, like in a facilitation and workshop environment, like biased discussions, unwanted group dynamics, or even missing data, all things which made the process sometimes a bit painful for the team and the facilitator, and now will become something from the past.
Yes, and facilitators are ever more important to deepen the refining of discussions. This is very important. Where once we have no resources, now we can drill down further. We can go beyond the beaten track. With AI, we can focus on the discussion refinement by creating multiple tracks. This is very important for those that are designing boards, rather than just collecting inputs. So this is very important to have in mind.
So, exactly, the multi-track approach is one thing that we really wanted to point out today to you and with you, because it's one of the most interesting observations that we made when we are playing around with the new features and the beta. So, coming from organic and artificial intelligence, we want to jump with you between these two worlds.
Yeah, the traditional one that we already know, that is our comfort zone, into an AI-powered world. And in between these two worlds, where the magic is really happening in collaboration.
Yeah. And we want to create a movement with you today, here, right now, a movement to actively and positively disrupt the world around us by experimenting new ways of human working and collaboration using AI.
Yeah, from a blank board to results in 1 second. Ta-da!
So what do you think? What is your comfort zone still? Show me the flames or the hearts. Is it the organic intelligence or is it the artificial intelligence? How far would you already go to include the organic or the artificial intelligence in your processes and in your creative power?
I guess fire is winning.
Fire is winning, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that is fun.
So to be fire.
Yes. Perfect.
Okay. So it's time for the future, to the fearless creators. So what do you think? Can we use AI to disrupt collaboration in a favorable way?
Because this is the most important thing, Marie, that we were asking ourselves when we were thinking about it and we were experimenting about this. Is it a positive disruption? We think yes, but sometimes it's good sometimes to be not quite sure. Maybe it's yes and maybe it's no, but today we will provide you with 3 different examples of how AI can positively disrupt collaboration. From the first one, this will be a culture example. From the second one, it's discovery, and the third one, it's a positive impact creation.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry because this will be available for you afterwards. So you will be able to follow the steps and do by yourself, okay? All the examples. We will leave it in the community and we will welcome you, okay? So the first example.
The first example is AI artwork is to achieve a culture more rebelliously creative. For this, we use creative templates and impactful questions. The second example will be AI-enhanced empathy mapping, which shall embrace bravery. You will see later in a second.
Yeah, by constantly challenging our ideas in a workshop process and in the AI world.
And the third example we prepared today for you is AI-enhanced mission statement, which focuses on impact and results.
Yeah, by finding the clarity and pondering solutions quickly, potentially within just one session, not in 2 weeks later. This is great.
Not 2 weeks or sometimes 4 weeks later when you research it. So to create outstanding results, because this is the aim of us through Miro, that will drive the creative development in total. So creative results that we only find in enhanced collaboration. 3 examples and off the beaten track.
So let's start with our first example. In order to create a culture that endorses creativity, we have to have fun playing with the AI and include them into culture building templates, such as in retros and check-ins, for example, and we will create an artwork that is about how participants feel or, for instance, how they perceive a problem.
AI in this case is not a black box. It's not something where you put something in and you don't know what comes out. And especially not for you as a creator. When it comes to team building activities, for example, or for teams using your templates, it's important that's not a black box. You are designing the tool, use it. Don't be afraid of the outcome. Sometimes it's not predictable, but it's going to enrich the team and the team culture.
Especially because you cannot predict the results. So be rebellious, be part of a facilitation culture where the job description is being rebellious, okay? Don't be afraid.
Absolutely. So one of the 3 examples. So how does it actually look like? Like, how does it feel like? How could this look like? We prepared in just an overview for you, and it's the beginning of a session. For example, you facilitate a workshop, and you are having now a new template using Marie AI, for example. So it's always a 3-step process. The first, the second, and the third step. The first process step in this case for the artwork check-in would be everybody is going to write down 3 adjectives which describe the mood or his or her mood of today. And this encourages people, of course, who can maybe not draw or are not so immensely creative like others to still join the discussion. So the first step is you just identify 3 adjectives. Those adjectives in a second step would then be entered into a prompt, as you probably know it, Journey and ChatGPT or Miro AI gives also the opportunity for image generation. So then you would add a prompt to visualize the person in a portrait using those features from the organic part, from the first part. It's very easily done. You can add it to your board or your template here in the middle, and the discussion is then not focusing on what every person has created or is more or maybe less creative, more or less open, but it's focusing on the presentation of the result from the artificial intelligence. So you're discussing it, and of course you can later also say what is the what the participant hopes for today's session based on the image that we presented. So you have another quality of discussion and communication and inspiration. And why so many hearts? Because
I hit once and then it was like a machine gun.
So the first thing is really exactly, Marie. And the first thing is really about design the space for inspiration.
Okay, the second example is about embracing bravery. and to challenge common sense concepts. So how can we do this? By fostering discussions with automatically available data points. For a quick start, then we go further and look beyond the obvious.
Exactly. So we will have AI in the future, in the near future, we will have AI enhanced discussions rather than collecting only the input in a group or facilitation setting or workshop setting or session. But how would this work? We figured out when we created some templates for you guys that there is always a three-step process. The first step is always, as we thought, always the organic part. So this is the part coming from all the participants and people you are having the session with. So it's the organic part. You have a human assumption to the start. The second then is the artificial part. So these assumptions that you made in the beginning, they can be entered into an AI template or framework. And the third one is then later organic again. So the results of your organic correlation will focus on whether the results are right or wrong and not by creating or producing results. This opens up the discussion on the subject by enriching it with helpful insights, as we know, at the moment you really need it, and deepens the discussion.
Yeah, it's a process of always combining and starting with organic and then AI and then organic. And we can do it many times in a loop. So until we get the results we feel satisfied, right?
Absolutely. So how can this look like? Also an example. This is a bit more deep down the rabbit hole we can go, but still quite simple because it's also the three-step rule. The first one is design the basic assumptions. Second one, adjusting, run the prompts. And the third one is discuss the result. But in this case, it's a bit deeper. So remember when you designing templates, for example, for innovation process, for team building processes, or for product development processes, marketing purposes, whatever. There's always, very often there is the time when you want to deep dive into a personality and do an empathy mapping as a wonderful template that already exists at so many wonderful examples in the Miroverse. But how does it look like with AI? What opportunities are there? First of all, the discussion will change. And this is the thing, we designed the space of the discussion. In this particular case, you would focus within the session on the main factors for the empathy mapping, like the person's age, where he or she has come from, what their attitudes are, etc. And of course, the topic you want to examine. Then you generate out of those, or you can generate out of those few factors that you decided on, you can prompt, of course, inputs, and those inputs will then go into the board, into the template. You can include it there, and then the team itself is not on. Sometimes it takes a long time to create and produce these inputs. Sometimes it makes sense, and sometimes you just want them to really discuss whether or not this person has such and such a routine, and you want to dig deeper and really deep dive into the personality to create new opportunities and creative outputs out of this. So this helps you to shift the discussion from producing the input to discussing the input within no time, because you just have to fill in a few blank gaps, and then the AI will automatically provide you with a huge amount of data for this. Example number two, AI empathy mapping.
Yeah, that's a great example.
Yeah. Our third example lets the participants challenge their creativity and impact by challenging the AI itself.
Yeah, we'll have to recall that AI is an average opinion. So let us be organic about it and be better always. So never, we have to challenge AI, like it's the average. We have to go above and beyond.
And exactly, Marie. And this is the chance we see there in this particular case. If you really go even further down the rabbit hole, challenge the ideas and concepts you create live on the board using Miro, using your facilitation and sessions. directly challenge those concepts within the workshop. It's not an easy thing to do, to challenge just the right now created ideas and concepts. So it needs to be very playful. It needs to be always with a positive spirit, a bit like our fox, our little brown fox in mind. So we're playing with it, and always the question of mind: is our concept unique enough, or idea or creative output unique enough that AI couldn't have come up with it by itself?
Yeah, and it's great because the discussion quick starts in a higher level because you have already lots of inputs and very intelligent ones because they are the average. So we have time to go above and beyond.
Exactly. So let us give you just the third example we came up with. Once you reach an organic, for example, this could be a snapshot out of a process, a very intense creative process where you already created some concepts and ideas. In this case, it's a strategic-based process, but it can be used for team building, for project building, for anything you like to check. So once you reach some organic statement, a vision, with your ideation that you've done in a process, in a creative process, it is time to test it with AI by creating alternatives and discuss new synthetic and organic ones. So let's put human creativity to the test by using AI to create alternative definitions to human co-created mission statements. For example, in this case, to put ideas to the test and find the right one for you.
Yeah, this is quite important as it deepens the discussion and the quality of the final result for the mission statement or whatever is your idea. So eventually we can break through the creative walls, and we can go above the average for sure.
Absolutely. And in this case, in this example, this is about a statement check. So you would have come up with a statement in a group in a facilitation setting. And in this case, it's a claim and the main differentiator for a topic from aviation. And AI could easily come up with a strategy statement out of those few inputs that you give the AI. And we don't say that those statements, strategy statement in this particular case, would replace the human discussion. No, but the human discussion and the organic discussion should be even better than the linguistic tool of an artificial intelligence. And so you can then also focus on the discussion. And this is especially important if you do a longer facilitation, longer workshops for days, and you sometimes feel as if the group is a bit in a bubble. And it's like really and you need some outside and outside opinion. This could be a wonderful tool to really get out of your bubble and really check against the AI your results and creative ideas. Example number 3, 1, 2, 3, Marie.
Yeah, and after these 3 examples, we want to share some observations with you and how we approach the double diamond or triple diamond model. And for instance, in here, imagine that you have spaces for problem solving, solution finding, and development, okay? So we have different methodologies that are highlighted. If you can, I don't know if you can drill down, I don't know, but we can have different methodologies that are indicated in the divergence and convergence phases, okay, in the discover and in definition phases. And we have specific AI, Miro AI tools for plenty of them. And we can combine these in our creative process. For instance, we can use for brainstorming. We can start striking the AI with a prompt in the Command K prompt area, or we can quick start from any idea we have on the board, any sticky note, okay? We can start something to derive from it. We can create mind maps, we can create diagrams, we can combine those with our intelligence, our group intelligence, and then we can reshape the form of the creative process. For this, we have to be prepared to have room for that, as we have done this in our sessions, right, Martin?
Yes, and we were going to share it for you. So as we have 5 minutes, the session is coming to an end. 5 minutes time. Let me just give you a quick overview about the magic that lies between the two worlds. For Miro beginners, design the inspiration. This would be our suggestion. Just do it. It is embrace the AI possibilities and create a culture that we crucially be creative. For the Miroverse experts amongst you, design the discussion. Go one step further down the rabbit hole. So elevate the outcome through within the discussions using AI. Design the process, design the discussion. This could be a wonderful opportunity. And for everybody, of course, design the decisions. So the last one, the third example, create tools for non-biased worlds using AI as a bit as a sparring partner. This would be perfect.
Yeah, and always be firmly aware that you are on the driving seat and you drive the creative process, and you are not led by any machine-generated outputs.
Exactly. So some takeaways, Marie?
Yeah, new templates are like Tamagotchis, like programs. So we have to always continue editing them and creating upon them. Templates will create value by ramping up discussions and concept creations. There will be always an organic part, and then an AI part, and then an organic part again. And this can be a loop until you find your ground. Okay, this is good. Okay.
Exactly. You're so right. New templates are only something for the brave, because sometimes you cannot predict the results of it. So you have to be brave to just leave it open, the open case. And of course, it needs to be designed for the facilitators and the users alike from the perspective. So you have to imagine both discussions, and maybe you also need an AI operator. This was our idea of it. Yes.
Yes, and we have to have more room. If you are designing a board, you have to have room for many things that before you didn't. For instance, if you are analyzing the results with the AI, you have to have room to duplicate the inputs that we have to apply, for instance, a cluster analysis, a sentiment analysis, or a keyword analysis. And it's good that you have all the way that you have taken to the results. So you have to have more room.
Exactly. So what's next in the community? Because we didn't just do it for ourselves. We want to share it, of course, with you. We think let's embrace AI tools as such, and the tools coming and the combination to foster an even more creative style of human collaboration.
Yes, and we think that this is just a quick start. We use it as yourselves. We facilitate as yourselves. And then we think that we have to build this intelligence, this collective intelligence, to build better and more beautiful Tamagotchis to the process of creation of the paths that we can have. And if we share more experience on that, for sure we will get more agency on our creative process, and we have like a knowledge base that we can build together.
Oh, knowledge base. This is something we want to provide you with. So we have something to take away for you, a final takeaway to further discussion in the communities. It's a list of possible tools and impulses we want to give you at hand when it comes to diverge and converge, a discussion within a process. So we're really happy to share this with you and open up the discussion. Yes, and of course, we would love to invite you to join our movement because we believe in it. We believe there's something very, very special to come. It's a combination of organic and artificial intelligence. So AI will improve how we can be creative together. What do you think? We need some hearts. We need some fire for the end. Where do you think you are after this wonderful short impulse to you and inspiration?
Yeah.
We believe in it. Yes, we believe in it as well. So it leaves us to say, Let's design together a culture more rebelliously creative.
Yes, and I think we are just starting. We have, as humans, to power up, to have really a good sparring partner in AI. We have to power up our intelligences.
Exactly.
Marie and Martin, thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's be a bit
Thank you
like
for-
our little brown fox. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for taking us on this journey. So many interesting conversations so far, and even more to go. So let's get into our next session.